Hi everyone, welcome to your first flipped lesson. Thanks for signing in. Today we are going to learn about computer basics at Cooper Middle School. By watching this video, you will learn how to log on to the Cooper computers, log on to Blackboard, understand the basics of a teacher's Blackboard page, change the font and spacing in word processing programs, save to My Documents and to a flash drive, as well as Google, and attach a document in Google Mail. The first time you log onto the Cooper computers, you need to know a few things. First, you need to know your FCPS student ID number. If you don't already have this memorized, please go ahead and memorize it. You are going to need this for a lot of things in middle school. Additionally, when you log on, your password will be the same password that you used last year. Now, what's important to know is that every year, Fairfax County requires us to reset our passwords. And whenever you reach your 365-day anniversary from the last time you reset your password, you will be prompted to set it again. So the first time you log on, some of you will be reminded to reset your password, and some of you will be able to use the same one from last year, at least for another few days. If you're new to Fairfax County, the first time you log in, you are going to use your student ID number, and for your password, your number will be your student ID number and the first three letters of the month that you were born in with the first letter capitalized. So if you look at the example, this person would have been born in January. Now this won't stay your password. Once you type this in, you will be prompted to create a new password. Your new password will need to follow some conventions. It must be at least 8 characters long. It will need to include at least one capital letter, at least one number, at least one lowercase letter, and it cannot include any part of your name. We know these are a lot of restrictions, so we want to give you time to think about what you're going to want your password to be. And it's a good idea to write it down in a safe place. We're going to recommend a special spot in your planner. Now, the next thing you need to know about once you're able to get logged into the school computers is Blackboard, also referred to as FCPS 24/7 Learning. This is going to be a lifeline for you at Cooper. Each of your classes is going to have its own Blackboard page that your teachers are going to update on a regular basis. You will find all sorts of important information here, from notes that we took in class, to videos that we used, to PowerPoints. So you're really going to want to make sure that you are familiar.
One change this year is that you will be using the same password that you used to log into the computer to log in to Blackboard. Your username is your student number, and your password is what you use to log into the computers. Additionally, you'll use the same password to log into your Google Apps account. So, one password, 3 different accounts. Hopefully, it should be easy for you to remember.
So this is an example of what a teacher's Blackboard page will look like. You'll see a nice little banner telling you about the name of the class, some announcements, and then on the left side of the page you will see some buttons. All of your teachers at Cooper are going to have these buttons in common. Announcements will take you to your home page, and this is where teachers will give you reminders of things that are coming up. Staff information includes your teacher's contact information and their classroom. Course syllabus, well, this is where we post our syllabus to tell you what to expect for the entire year in our course. Homework assignments. This is the button you're probably going to want to go to the most. This is where we post information that we used in class, as well as any homework or upcoming assignments. Definitely an important button. The team calendar is where we'll link our Google calendars so that your English, science, and history teachers can coordinate their due dates. Self-Advocate gives you some information on what you can do to help yourself at Cooper, and the Retakes button will give you information about what you'll need to do in the event that you need or want to redo a summative assessment. Now, we mentioned that Blackboard was very important, that you want to check it on a regular basis, especially if you ever miss school. But there are some other programs that are important as well. One of those programs is Microsoft Office. We are very fortunate at Cooper to have the Office suite on our computers. The two programs that we use most often are Word and PowerPoint. I bet you have these at home too. If you don't though, look on Cooper's website for information about the FCPS Technology at Home program, which offers you the chance to get these programs for free. Now, one of the other programs we use a lot is Google. At Fairfax County, we have our own Google Garden, which means that we have a safe network within Google that only FCPS users can access. So for this, all of us have our own drive, and we also have access to cool programs like Docs and Presentation, which are basically Google's version of Word and PowerPoint. We use these a lot because they allow us to collaborate and to easily save and share resources with each other. Now within both of these programs, there are some things that are important for us to know how to do. One is basic keyboarding skills. Two is knowing how to indent paragraphs using the tab key. Three is how to change the font, and four is how to change spacing. Now for Google Apps, to log in, you are going to use your username, which is your student ID number. See, remember I told you you're going to use it a lot? You do. And you will have your own separate Google password. Now the first time that you log into Google, you will use your same password that you created for school. If you can't remember your password, you'll click here where it says can't access your account. Now the important thing to know about Google is that when you sign in through the link on Blackboard, you will automatically have the end part of your sign-on included, and that is at fcpsschools.net. That is important. If you sign in just through a Google search, you will have to make sure that you include this at fcpsschools.net. And notice when you look here, there are two S's in school, FCPS schools. That's important. All right, so we said that typing is very important. You are going to be typing quite a bit in your education, from papers to notes to journal entries, so it's important to know how to type well. If you'd like some typing practice, here are some good free sites to try. All right, so moving along. One thing that you need to make sure you know how to do in any of our word processing programs is how to change the font. If you look here, you'll see a screenshot of Microsoft Word, and you will see in the red box where you can go to change the font. Whenever you're typing any sort of document for classes, you want to be using size 11 or 12 font. The font that you use is up to you, but it needs to be something that is clear and easy to read. Now what's nice about Google is that Google's controls look very similar to Microsoft Word's. So look at that red box. See how to change the font there? It's very similar in Google. Next is line spacing. Whenever you type any sort of paper, you are going to want to double space your work. Now this does not mean that you hit enter after every line. That would take forever. Instead, what you do is highlight everything that you want to double space, and then you go up to the line spacing option. Notice that red arrow pointing to it, and then you will choose 2.0 for double spacing. Now this is in Microsoft Word. Google looks pretty similar. For this, you choose the line spacing option, same button, and instead of choosing 2.0, you choose double. This would be after you highlighted what you want to change. Next, we come to saving. Now in Microsoft Word, we need to make sure that we are saving to our H drive. Your H drive is your personal student account. So to save, you would click the Windows icon in the upper left corner, go to Save As, and then you're going to want to find your H drive. If you want to save to a flash drive or jump drive, what you would want to do is once you insert your drive, wait for it to show up in your computer for your computer to recognize it. Usually it's going to be your D drive and say something like removable disk. The benefit of having a flash drive is that you are able to access your documents from any computer that you've plugged your flash drive into. With the H drive, you are only able to access your documents on an FCPS computer. Now, one thing that you never want to do at Cooper is save to a desktop. The reason for this is that you are not guaranteed to be on that same computer the next time you want to work, and sometimes the documents don't even save. So always, always, always save to your H drive or your flash drive. Or, even better, use Google. What's great about Google is that all changes are automatically saved as you go. So you don't even have to remember to save your work, which is pretty nice. The other thing that's great is that if you do want to convert your Google document or presentation into a different type of format, you can download it in many different ways, which you see highlighted on your screen. The other great thing about Google is that you all have your own personal Gmail account. This means that you have an email account that you are able to email anyone within FCPS. That includes your teachers. So if you ever have questions for them or need to contact them about something, you can certainly use your FCPS Gmail account to do this. Now, in order to switch between your Drive and your Gmail, what you need to do is click the grid in the upper right-hand screen. See that top red arrow? And then you will select the envelope that says Mail, and that will take you to your Gmail account. To create a new message, you will see a screen like the one in the lower right part of your screen now. You can enter in who you want to send your email to. You can add a subject, and if you use the paperclip, you are able to attach documents. This would be a good option if you've ever worked on something that's saved to your H drive and you want to be able to have it at home but you don't have a flash drive. You can always attach it and send it.